You know, I recently just learned the difference between bukkake and mukbang.
They're not
I didn't know
related
what
at
they were
all.
called. I hate the videos of the people sitting in their car fucking like eating wings. And so I was telling Sean, I was like, yeah, there's this video of someone doing a bukkake. And he was like, on TikTok?
I mean, have you seen the mukbang videos of the lady that eats like live squid? Like she eats them while they're still alive. She just dips them in butter and puts them in like head first, and the tentacles are coming out of her mouth and they're wiggling around.
That can't be. Is it? Well, because I thought you could do the squid where it's like, I don't know if it's like a specific like species or if it's a specific dip, but you dip something and like the acid makes it react.
No, I'm pretty sure they are alive because they're like crawling around on the desk before she picks them up. And she got into like hellish shit because she's like torturing the animals.
Oysters alive.
The only experience I have with oysters, and it's something that kind of rocked me when I was a kid. You ever see the animated Alice in Wonderland movie?
Yeah, well, I'm sure I have.
You remember the part where they're like, it's like the salesman and the walrus or whatever, and they walk down into the ocean and they steal and eat all the baby oysters? That shit fucked me up.
Call back to the whole like, what did you believe when you were younger? I didn't understand. I guess I believed something that I never had like an education on. I believed that like certain animals that are like actually alive weren't alive. Like I didn't like think like anemones were alive and actual animals. I didn't realize that coral was an actual like animal.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that like I just thought that oysters were like just shells, and that there was like some type of like gooey material inside, but I thought it was just like a plant.
You know,
like, I mean, I guess plants do have like a nervous system, because that's why you smell grass. Like when it gets cut, it's like a pheromone it releases.
Yeah, it's like, ah!
Oh God. But it's not like sentient, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't realize that like oysters and coral and anemones, like all of those things that are like super like stagnant are sentient.
Well, I don't think they're sentient, but
they
are
well,
alive.
like they can feel pain and like communicate.
I thought sentience, like you need like a consciousness to be sentient.
So fish are sentient.
I thought they weren't.
No, they
I mean, they're alive, but they're not like, they're just responding to inputs.
But like when a fish gets caught like with a hook in its mouth, it hurts the fish. Like it's not like it's like, this is not painful.
Yeah.
So like that's what I'm saying is like, I didn't realize that like when you crack an oyster open, that you were like hurting it. Like in the same way that you would like if I were to like kick a dog, like the dog would squeal, like because it understands pain. Like a blade of grass releases pheromones when it's cut, but like it's not alive in that sense. Like it's a living thing, but it's not like, I don't know, a conscience. Like it's not like a person or like a sentient being. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah. Dude, I remembered something that I used to believe as a kid too. Like after last week's episode, I thought blowjobs were like them actually just
blowing on the dick. I used to believe that too.
Yeah, that was something that like I had a dream about it or something. Like
I remember there was like a video. It was one of those really vintage YouTube ones, and it was like a stick figure, and it was like a joke about like a stick job. It was a Family Guy joke. It's like something about like a stick job versus a blow job, and I thought stick job and blow job were interchangeable. Like just like the same exact thing.
Hey girl, let me get a stick job. And she's like, what? You want me to peg you?
Let your girls peg you. This is a public service announcement.
And this is the Learning Curve Podcast, episode 8?
8. Lucky number 8.
Hell yeah.
So how have you been?
Dude, my job is so unserious.
All jobs are unserious, but how is your job unserious?
Yesterday we were just like fucking around a whole lot. And at one point we started talking about like the Michael Bay Transformers movies. And one of my coworkers, was saying they are the worst fucking movies in the world. They should have never been made. And me, a guy, talking to him, a guy, was like, what are you talking about? It's big robots, explosions, and boobs that should activate your Y chromosome on at least 2 of those 3 items. And so we ended up turning off all the lights in the office, and then I streamed the first Transformers movie to
on
like a TV we have.
Screen.
Yeah. We just sat there and watched it.
I like the first 3 Transformers movies, even the one where they replaced Megan Fox. The first 2 I actually really liked. I thought they were fine. Were they bad movies? Yeah, objectively, but like again, it's not hard. It's giant CGI robots fighting, and the movies looked fine. I mean, they have a distinctive Michael Bay look, explosions and hyper saturation, but like they didn't look like a shitty Marvel movie where it's like, bad, like the CGI
like
looked good.
The fucking, there was no She-Hulk walking around looking all weird in other place.
Don't speak bad on She-Hulk. You probably haven't watched that series. I'm gonna say it right now. She-Hulk is probably the best thing that Marvel's put out in over a decade. Like,
you're saying that with the first season of Loki being there?
Yeah, I am. I'm saying that with the first season. I'm saying that as Endgame is also in the last decade. Like,
is it really? Oh, yeah, it
2019. It's the CGI undoubtedly was bad in She-Hulk. Like it was, but it wasn't the CGI that like was pissing people off. It was the fact that it was like a woman having fun, and that's like why I liked it. It was just a like dicking around for 9 episodes. There was no like, oh man, the multiverse. Like they did have a scene.
You were on a very misogynistic side of the internet, because the only hate that I saw for that show was how bad the CGI was.
Oh, well, I'm on the side of the internet where like people look at stuff like critically. So like it's like, an actual criticism of the show is that the CGI was bad. Mm-hmm. But like Tatiana Maslany, I think is how you pronounce her name. Terrific actress. Loved her. So like charismatic. But like everyone was reacting to basically incels on the internet being like, a woman. Like there's a scene in the show where like Meg the Stallion's in it because She-Hulk is a lawyer. And
so it's Meg the Stallion.
No, she needed representation. So she's like the
She-Hulk represented Meg the Stallion in the shooting case?
They alluded to it, but no.
That's crazy.
The gag is that Meg is like a tall like woman. Like she's very tall. She-Hulk is tall. Like the gag is that like they're both like very well educated women, and like Meg was in it, and there's like a scene where they're like twerking, and people were like, how dare a woman twerk on screen? How dare a Marvel character twerk? And it's like,
they must have never seen the Thanos twerking gif.
Well, it's just like there was so many sex jokes in the old Iron Man movies, like nonstop sex jokes.
I wouldn't say it was sex jokes. It was just Robert Downey Jr. being like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck you later.
Yeah, well, that's the whole thing. It's like I mean, there's literally a scene where he pisses himself.
Yeah.
So it's like, let her have some fun. She-Hulk was fun. It was like one of the that's the thing is like the new Marvel projects. Obviously, I'm not going to go on a Marvel tangent, but the new Marvel projects are more enjoyable when Kevin Feige lets them just have fun. Like Miss Marvel, I thought it was stupid that they changed her powers and they wouldn't call her a mutant, but like the actual show was fun. Like it was just, there was no high stakes to it. It was just 9 episodes or 6 episodes of a teenager getting powers and dicking around with it. Like,
I think I stopped watching Marvel shit. Like Eternals was turning me off to it, and then the like third or
Eternals
second
the second best thing they've put out,
or third Ant-Man movie made me just be like, okay, I'm done watching Marvel properties.
You know how like it's like the joke about like DEI now, where it's like people are getting on planes and they're like, if my pilot isn't gay, a woman, or a person of color, I'm like not getting on this flight. Like if it's a straight white man, I am not getting on this flight.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I feel about Marvel movies. Like they're like, oh, we're making a new, like possibly a new Iron Man movie. And I'm like, oh, I don't care. Like I am invested in the Fantastic Four. All of them are white, but I'm really in it for Joseph Quinn.
Not the thing. He's orange.
He's Jewish.
Crazy.
He's like Marvel's first Jewish character. But like, that's the whole thing is like, you look at it And it's like the movies that I've enjoyed the most are either like female led or people of color. Like Black Panther, Wakanda Forever was really good. I didn't think it was like super groundbreaking like the first one. But like that was enjoyable. Miss Marvel was enjoyable. She-Hulk was enjoyable.
I remember I saw the first Black Panther movie standing because they like oversold the theater. And so I just like
stand through. It's like almost a 3-hour movie.
Stood in the back and watched it.
Me watching Oppenheimer standing. Jesus.
Anyways, we never introduced ourselves again.
It's okay. We're here. This is a really long introduction.
It is.
I'm a She-Hulk stan, and my name is Cameron.
My name is Bodhi, aka Shrinky Dink, aka the Heart of the Cards.
The Heart of the Cards. Like playing cards?
Yeah.
Did you see the video of Trump and Zelensky getting in an argument in the Oval Office?
Yeah, that was
and where
crazy.
He was like, you don't have the cards for the fucking ceasefire or whatever. And Zelensky was like, I'm not playing cards. And I was like, low key, hard. Low key. Like, I get that people are dying, but low key, that was like one of the hardest lines I've ever heard from a world leader. Like, that is on brand with like JFK's like, what would your government do for you kind of thing. Like, I like it.
All right, so you have some questions prepared for us.
I was trying to work in the subject matter of today's episode, but I couldn't find a natural. I'm gonna get better at it. You know what I just got better at? The mic. I didn't cut out once last week.
Yeah, it's because I turned up the release time on your noise gate.
And I have it angled towards me.
Yeah.
And I didn't touch the wire. Like, I'm doing so... We're 7 episodes in and we're doing so good. Except for the...
Is today International Women's Day?
Today is International Women's Day.
If you're a woman...
Who's your
congratulations.
favorite woman? Drop your favorite woman in the comments.
Name your favorite woman.
Name a woman, actually.
Just Tonya Harding.
That's an interesting choice. That's a very interesting choice for a woman. My woman would be Princess Diana.
Princess Diana?
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to know why?
Do you think she wanted to do that?
Like, be a princess?
No, the crash into the wall.
I don't think she did.
Like, maybe she was just having a bad day.
I think that she...
We've all
possibly,
been there.
I don't remember, and I'm going to get flack from Sean for this when I say this, but we watched the Princess Diana movie with Kristen Stewart. I think it's called Spencer. And by watched, I mean I fell asleep like 10 minutes into it.
Wait, the Princess Diana movie is called
Spencer.
Stewart? Oh, Spencer.
Yes.
Why is it called Spencer?
Because her name is Diana Spencer.
Oh.
Like, she's Princess Diana Spencer. Like, that's her maiden name.
Oh, I thought her maiden name was Diana.
No, her first name is Diana.
I thought her first name was Princess.
No.
That's what I would call her.
Did you know what pisses me the fuck off? I've always been so confused.
Bad bitches die young.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Princess Diana.
You know what? I will say, I'm not trying to like spin Princess Diana's death as a good thing, but a butterfly effect of her death was that it put Elizabeth Debicki back on the map.
Who the fuck is that?
Elizabeth Debicki? I'm shocked you don't know who this is. She is an actress. She was in, I believe, all 3 of the new Star Wars movies that you hate.
Who did she play?
I don't remember her name. I don't
because I only remember Daisy Ridley as
Rey.
Yeah.
No, you've seen Tenet, right?
No.
You've never seen Tenet?
No. I've seen clips of it on TikTok, I think, where they're like in
the girl in Tenet.
Congress or something, and they got gas masks on.
That's in Ukraine, and they're in a concert hall.
Yeah.
Yeah. The girl in Tenet is Elizabeth Debicki. She's a really good actress. But anyway.
Well, she been in anything I would see? Most of the media I watch is Japan originated, so you might have to dig deep.
I don't think she's been in Japan stuff, but I can tell you that she plays Princess Diana in The Crown on Netflix. I've never watched The Crown, but I know she plays it in, and she's like a really big like that's like a really big role for her was Princess Diana. Let's see. She was in all 3 Guardians of the Galaxy movies.
Who the fuck did she play in that?
Let's see. I didn't know she was in them. She must play Aisha. I don't know who that is. She was also in the Great Gatsby movie. She was Jordan. Oh, she was the wife that got beat. That's Jordan, right?
I have no idea.
I don't like the Great Gatsby. She was in Valerian. She was in Everest. She was in the Cloverfield Paradox. She was in Peter Rabbit 1 and 2.
Just show me a picture of her, because at this point I don't know what she looks like. Okay, yeah, okay. I still don't know.
Okay, she's a good actress. She's a good actress. Princess Diana dying and like them moving to... I would say that everything that revolves around the royal family now is like a butterfly effect of Princess Diana dying. I don't think they would have as much interest in them if she didn't die, personally. But what pisses me off about them is that their last names change. Like, I don't know, like their names like aren't like, it's not like Queen Elizabeth Jones. Like it's whatever, because you know how they're like the Duke of Worcestershire, the Duke of Blobberjam, or whatever the fuck cities they have out there. That's just their last name, is the city.
Clobberjam?
No. So like Harry and Meghan, right? If they were working royals, because they're not working royal, they like are not part of the royal family anymore.
Yeah, they were like, hey, we want to live our lives privately, and then did a press tour. It was more
like, hey, we want to be part of this, but if you could just not be racist, that would be great. And then King Charles was like, you know who we are, right? We're the royal family. We are the king and queens of racism. And then they were like, what if your baby comes out black? And then everyone looked at Meghan and was like, no offense, but she's not particularly like dark.
Yeah.
As a like she very much looks like a mixed race individual, but like you mix that with like a British person, you're not getting a dark complexion baby. And even if you did, for some reason, like that's not an issue, but like this is a non-concern. But anyway, so if Harry and Meghan were working royals, they would be the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. So their last name is just Sussex.
Interesting.
Will and Kate, I think, +8. Yes, they are the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge now. Oh no, they're Wales now, but they were Cambridge. So up until
they turned into Wales.
So up until because it's always the person next in line for the throne is the Duke or the Duchess of Wales, right?
They don't got princes anymore.
Duke, well, they're still prince, like it's still prince and princess, but they're like lord titles are Duke and Duchess, right? It's so confusing. So up until Queen Elizabeth dying, they were Cambridge. So their name was Will and Kate Cambridge, and their kids' names were Cambridge, right? Mm-hmm. Now that King Charles is king, and he is no longer the Duke of Wales, because he's now the king, and now Will is the Duke of Wales, their last name is now Wales.
So if they went to Wales, could they
they're like
do anything?
They're all, I mean, they have no power. They don't have any power. They just have
don't they have power over like Australia?
Well, it's a commonwealth. So like Australia governs itself, but technically yes. Like Charles is still the king of Canada, still the king of Australia, but I think Australia is looking to like not do all that anymore.
Yeah.
But like they don't have like they can't enact policy. They're not even supposed to use their like influence to talk to government. The only thing they do is like I think they like swear in like new members of parliament, or they like commence parliament for each, like, because you know how like we have like the 118th Congress, which is like after the elections. Mm-hmm. Like whenever they have their elections, it's like, okay, this is the 200th Parliament of England. Like the king is like, okay, or the queen is like, okay, like come to order. This is now the whatever number parliament, and that's all they do.
That's so fucking boring.
They're just grifters. That's all they do. Like they just tax people in the UK and give the money to the king and queen so that they can like, or the royal family, so that they can go do like engagements and stuff.
How hard do you think it would be for me to work my way in there? You think I could do it?
I wouldn't want to. I'm not gonna lie. I think if I was going to be part of a royal family, I would do Jordan.
Jordan?
Yeah. Jordan or Monaco or...
Ooh, Monaco would be sick. If I'm king of Monaco, I can go to the F1 race for free every year.
There's another city-state that has a king and queen. I would rather work my way into the Catholic Church and be Pope.
Fuck that. I can't do anything if I'm the Pope. I can't fucking drink. I can't smoke. I can't fucking walk around naked.
You think they can't drink and smoke?
No,
they just put out a whole
God
movie where all they
them.
did was drink and smoke while choosing a new Pope.
Oh yeah, but that's not the Pope.
There are cardinals, and those are the people who are... Did you know that anyone... Okay. Before I say did you know again, I need to issue a correction. We cannot just buy our way into the academy.
Why not?
Apparently, you have to be sponsored by 2 people that are already in the academy. But I do want to caveat by saying I think I have 2 family members that are individually members of the academy. So
we can.
We can, but not legally, but like technically speaking, we do have to be sponsored. Did you know that anyone could be Pope technically? Like the cardinals are supposed to vote amongst themselves of all the cardinals that are like cardinalized, I don't even know what the word is for it, to be the next Pope. But anyone that is a Roman Catholic can be Pope, technically.
Well, yeah, anyone can be whatever they want to be.
Well, they can be voted, I guess is what I'm saying. Like by the rules of the church, anyone could be that. So, and to be Catholic, all you have to do is accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. So the second the Pope dies, we're campaigning. I'm running.
So we're going to become the Pope and vote on movies.
Yes. You know who should run to be the Pope? You know who's the perfect age and the perfect religion, who is also Catholic?
Pope age?
Yeah, do you know who should do it? In my opinion. And has governmental experience.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
He's Austrian. So
are they not allowed?
Well, I'm going to say this right now. He was an immigrant from Austria. I'm not saying that he's Jewish, right? Mm-hmm. But I don't hear about many Catholic immigrants fleeing Austria. I could be wrong. He could absolutely be Christian, Catholic, whatever, but my money would be on Jewish. We just had a Catholic president.
John F. Kennedy.
Joe Biden. Biden should run to be Pope. How funny would that be? He's the right age for it.
That would be crazy. Could
you imagine?
I mean...
He's incoherent.
Yeah.
He's 82 years old, and he has governmental experience. That's the Pope.
How do you think if Joe Biden was the Pope, the situation in Gaza would have played out?
That's, it's really funny because I hear different things. I'm not a Catholic, but I hear different things about the current Pope. From my understanding, the current Pope is quite progressive on the scale of popes. When you put all the popes next to each other, he's the most progressive. Mm-hmm. And he's
like, we shouldn't be fucking children anymore. That's the whole
thing. There's that, and he's like also like, hey, we need to just respect other religions. Like, we can let them exist. Like, you can have your thoughts about other religions, but like, you cannot use our religion to like harm them or like
speaking directly towards America.
Yeah. And then he also is like very adamant about how like there is a genocide going on in Gaza. So it's like, it's very interesting.
Can the Pope call in a drone strike?
Well, this is the whole thing. I don't think a lot of people realize, because the whole thing is like the Pope almost died, right? Mm-hmm. And a lot of people were like worried about it, and they were like, it's just a Pope, it's a fucking cult. The Pope is like arguably top 5 most influential governmental figures in the world. Like, I know, like, obviously, like, theocracy is bad, but like world leaders go to the Pope. Like, he's a very the Pope is a respected position, and a lot of people like draw on the Pope. Like, the whole thing is like the King and Queen of England are anointed by God. Mm-hmm. Like, on paper, like that's the whole like thing. It's like the bloodline or whatever, right? And so like the King and Queen of England, the king or whoever the monarch is of England, the main monarch, the person in the bloodline, so in this case Charles, is the head of the Church of England, but the Church of England is a Christian thing that's part of the larger Catholic Church. So it's like world leaders go to the Pope. Like he's still like a governmental authority. The Vatican is still a country.
Yeah.
And so it's like to have someone who has like influence, because, you know, people are religious and that's fine. I don't think it's bad to like have a religious like president or prime minister or whatever. Obviously, if you're forcing that religion onto people, that's the issue. But like the lineup for the next popes right now is like everyone gets diarrhea or everyone gets food poisoning, pretty much. There's no like everyone gets a puppy kind of scenario going on. So
hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So what were the questions?
Let's get into the actual thing. Okay. We're going to do some questions. Bodhi did questions with me last week. I'm going to do some questions with him. These are would you rather questions. Now I have 15 of them.
Okay.
So this should last us a pretty good amount of time because I want you to explain your reasonings on these. I don't want you to just tell me your answer and move on. We're not going to blow through these.
Okay.
And I want you to know that there's only a couple of these that I actually took off the internet. Most of these are my own.
Okay.
My own
and
creation.
Are you doing what you said last week where these are like just lose-lose scenarios?
They're not lose-lose scenarios, but in my eyes, to you, they might be.
Okay.
Because you're a little bit more, no offense, you're a little bit more prudish than I am.
Are these just like general questions, or did you like tailor these to be specifically to me? Like you're asking me things that I don't like?
No, like I'm not, there's no inside.
Okay.
There's no inside jokes, I don't think. I will say that some of these are sexual in nature.
Oh,
because
God.
You know me, I like my mukbangs.
I know. I'm showing my wrists today. I'm dressed like a whore.
You know, it's funny. The first question actually involves your wrists. But I did disperse the sexual ones out, so we're not going to just have just sexual ones because I think that's boring.
Okay. That guy on TikTok is going to love these clips.
You know, shout out to the guy who said, I need to know who the guy in the Vans is. I'm not wearing my Vans today.
Oh, no, I wasn't talking about that guy. I was talking about the other
jockstrap guy. Yeah. I'm not wearing my jockstrap, but I am wearing briefs. So do with that what you, they're black Calvin Klein ones. Do with that what you will. Draw fan art of me. Someone draw some fan art of us.
I got black Calvin Kleins on right now.
Trunks? Or like boxer briefs? Like the little bit of leg going on? A little bit of sleeve?
Yeah.
And I got briefs. They're like the shape of a Speedo. Okay. Question number 1. On either of your forearms, you can choose.
Okay.
Doesn't really matter in this scenario, but on either of your forearms, would you rather get an explicitly and obvious Drake tattoo, like his name?
Oh, God.
A picture of the album cover, the name of the album, something like that, or like the OVO logo?
Oh.
Or would you rather get the name of a person that you've only been dating for 2 weeks tattooed on you? And it has to go... All right, hold on. I just hit my mic. It has to go below your elbow. So like
the forearm.
So if you're wearing like a t-shirt, it's very visible. And honestly, probably lower than your just like the top. Like I don't want you to be able to hide it. It's not in a position where you're like, oh yeah, I'll just get a Drake tattoo because then I'll hide it. Like no, it's visible. It's fucking visible. And people are going to know that you have a Drake tattoo. Or people are going to be like, who's Marissa? And you're like, oh, that's a girl I dated for 3 weeks and then broke up with.
This is bad.
I'm gonna give my opinion on this too after you, but I'm not gonna go too much into it.
I think I would rather get the Drake one because, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong here, but it doesn't have to be like I'm glazing Drake tattoo. I could get like a kind of pedophile Drake tattoo.
It needs to be something that shows that you're a fan of Drake.
Oh, that I'm a fan of Drake.
And it needs to be something that is instantly recognizable to other fans of Drake as like a kind of like a, you know, like you know how bald people have the little thing?
Yeah, where they're just bald.
They're bald together. They lick each other's heads.
Yeah.
Shout out to Josh.
That's why they're shiny.
Yeah.
It's the saliva from bald people. It has a reflective property. I still think I would rather go with the Drake tattoo.
You want to go with the Drake tattoo?
Yeah. I don't like, regardless of if it's Drake or someone I've been dating for 2 weeks or someone that I've been married to for 20 years, I am not getting anyone's name on me that I'm in a relationship with. I think that's just the worst thing in the world. Even if like I said, we have been together forever. I'm on my fucking, I'm gonna die in a week. I'm not gonna be like, let me get you tattooed on my body before I die.
That's the whole thing, is like, my mom got my dad's name tattooed right on her wrist. And I was like, you're an idiot. And she was like, we've been married for 30 years. Like, if I get a divorce, he's part of my life for the whole, like, we raised 2 kids together and 2 dogs and blah, 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 blah. And I was like,
I mean, I can understand
I
that.
don't care. Like,
being like, oh yeah, he's still a part of my life forever, but I still wouldn't get a tattoo.
Yeah. The only names I'm getting on me are children. I hesitate to even get siblings. Because, like, my aunt wants tattoos of all her nieces and nephews.
Let's rewind. You said you're getting the names of children.
If I had children, like, would you get, like, sorry, this is not
like, what child are you getting tattooed
Michael Jackson
on?
Core. No. Like, if I had children, like, I would consider it. I would hesitate to even get, like, siblings' names. My aunt wants tattoos of all her nieces and nephews in like a kind of like a Scrabble kind of thing, you know? And I was like, well, what if one of your nieces or nephews ends up being a Nazi? Like, that's crazy.
You just tattoo a line through that name?
Yeah, you're like, oops. I would get my dog's name tattooed on me, but I don't have any, like, the only time I've ever, like, thought about getting my dog's name is Maximus. And that's because I was like, oh, I can get it in, like, old ancient Greek, because he's named after, my mom says he's named after the horse from Tangled. Me and my dad say he's named after Maximus from Gladiator.
How old is that dog?
The year 2025. He's going to be 13.
13?
Yeah.
I feel like Tangled came out after that dog.
No.
Because I feel like it wasn't...
Nope. The reason
when did Tangled come out?
Oh, a long time ago.
I feel like we were like middle school or high school when it came out.
Because we didn't name him for, I think, almost a month after we got him, because we wanted to, like, name him something that matched his personality. And so Maximus was something we all compromised on. But yeah, I would hesitate to even get the names of my sibling on me, just because it's like, I don't think my sister's going to be a Nazi, but, like, what if she is?
Like, that would be an insane pivot.
Yeah, it would. I mean, well, no, she's kind of into the whole, like grunge punk stuff, and that's an alt-right pipeline if I've ever seen one. Sorry.
I heavily disagree there, but
Marilyn Manson, like, raped some people and is now, like, a Republican, yet he still does the whole, like, makeup shit and, like, is performing at Aftershock later this year.
Yeah, that's not punk.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, she, like, is into like Megadeth and Korn and all that shit. I'm not saying that she's on the alt-right pipe. I'm just saying, like, I could see it.
That would be insane.
Like, I was hesitant. I have a Lana Del. God damn it! I have a Lana Del Rey tattoo right here, and I was hesitant.
Every time you get a tattoo, you're just like, what if this turns into a Nazi?
That's why. Okay, so for those of you who are watching, I'm gonna put my leg down. I have a Taylor Swift tattoo right here on my leg, but it is so subtle in being a Taylor Swift tattoo that if she came out and got canceled, I could pass this off as just a cool design.
I was about to say, I did not know that was a Taylor Swift tattoo. Okay.
Yeah, it's a song, "Dancing with Our Hands Tied."
Interesting. Yeah, because they're not dancing and their hands aren't tied.
Well, their hands, it's a snake. It's the snake from Reputation wrapping around 2 people's fingers. So it's like they're dancing with their hands tied.
Okay.
And then my Lana tattoo is a sailboat with NFR as the waves. So, like, if Lana gets, like, full on canceled, I'm going to have to just lean into it and be like, God damn, what did she do? Like, is it that bad? Can I defend this? Because it's full on Lana.
What happens if the governor of California becomes a Nazi? What are you going to do about that one?
The governor of California is a fucking Nazi at this goddamn point. Fuck Gavin Newsom. I hate him so much. Goddamn. No, it's because my California tattoo. California would have to become a Nazi state for me to, like. This is because I just love California. I always say that I would rather be dead, homeless, and broke in California than literally, like, the richest person on earth anywhere else. Because I don't enjoy myself anywhere else other than California. I lean full. Let me live out for a minute.
Okay. Which no, you already, I guess, explained. Oh, so you would get the Drake tattoo?
No,
too.
I would get the name.
Oh, you would get the name?
Yeah, I would get the name.
Oh.
Yeah.
You just went on a whole 10 minutes about how you don't like
well, no, because this is
names
my thing.
because what if they're a Nazi?
I cannot feasibly figure out how I'm going to cover up a Drake tattoo. I can feasibly figure out how I'm going to get.
No, there's no cover-ups in this scenario.
Oh, I can't get. Okay, no. I'll just say it's about someone else then.
Okay.
Like, let's say I get Sean's name tattooed right on my wrist, right? We break up. You know who the Sean is? Sean White.
Oh, I thought you were going to go Shawn Mendes.
Even better. Even better. Spelled the same. Yes, it is about Shawn Mendes. Actually, it was never my Sean to start with. It's just Shawn Mendes. Yeah.
Okay.
See? Super easy. I can get stuff added onto it to make it more Shawn Mendes like, not even a cover up.
Like you can just get Mendes underneath it?
No, because like if I were to get like let's say I got like Sean in cursive, right? I could put like the flowers and butterflies from Shawn Mendes' album.
Okay.
Question number 2. This is where they get it's alternating. So one regular, one sexual.
Okay.
Would you rather only? This isn't really even sexual. This is more of a philosophical sexual. It's just sexual undertones. Would you rather only have 3 ways for the rest of your life, or not be able to have sex for the rest of your life? Now the caveat here is that the third person falls in either you or your significant other's parameters. So like you find them hot, or your significant other would find them hot, like their type.
But one of us is just going to not be attracted to the other person?
No, you could, I mean, if you want to both be bisexual, go ahead. Go ahead, right? But like, I can tell you right now that like Sean and I have very different taste in people. Like Sean's like, oh, that person's hot. And I'm like, that person is literally like the ugliest motherfucker I've ever seen in my life. What I'm saying is like, it will be either someone you find hot or someone your significant other finds hot, but it is random. It is never like, we can always have me be finding someone hot, or like, it's just going to be random.
Okay.
You can both find the person hot, but like, it's like, it could be a guy.
Okay. I feel like I would just go the 3-way way. Because just having sex is better than just not having sex.
Okay. It's
fairly simple there.
I would go the same route too.
Yeah.
I would go the same route.
I'll fuck someone ugly. I've done it before.
You'd fuck a guy?
If he was ugly.
Okay. Only if he was ugly.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm off the table. Okay. Question.
Well, I mean, with what you said about Sean's tastes.
Fuck. That's the thing. Is like Sean is like, oh, these are like Sean. No, I really hope that Sean's exes aren't listening to this, but like Sean has like showed me pictures of his ex, and I like looked at him and I was like, of like many of his exes, because he's had way more exes than I have, and I'm like, I look at them and I look at me and I'm like, am I
ugly?
Am I ugly? Because like maybe it's just my taste. Like maybe these aren't my cup of tea, but like I don't know, man. Maybe I'm a butterface. Okay. Question number 3. This is a really interesting one. Would you rather be on death row for a crime that you did not commit, and the most important person in your life is free, and you know and have irrefutable evidence that they were the ones that committed the crime? Or would you rather have the most important person that you know be on death row for a crime that they did not commit, and you were the one that committed the crime?
Let's see. Do I want to... So death row, right? You're just like constantly in the cell by yourself, right? Like
23 hours a day. You get 1 hour a day out to...
Okay, so I got 1 hour a day to get shredded. You
do get a nice last meal.
Yeah, I could have whatever I want. Sometimes there are people that have asked to like eat children on death row, and they've been like denied.
There's a guy
of course.
on TikTok. I need to like have these like all bookmarks so I can pull it up. But there's a guy on TikTok who does like recreations of last meals, and some people
I
are
think
like,
I've seen that.
Yeah, some people are like, I want a single olive and a glass of milk, and it's like, fuck you, right? And other people are like, I want a pizza and 5 liters of soda and 2 ice cream sundae, and I'm like, all right, you're gonna just shit yourself the second they put that drug into your veins.
Dude, that's like, I made up my mind. You made it up for me. I'm going to be on death row, and I'm going to have like a meal that when I die, my bowels just empty all over the place. Like I just have the most like.
How are you dying?
How am I dying?
Yeah.
Oh, you talking
on
like that
row.
guy in Indiana that got to choose if it was like lethal injection,
South Carolina,
firing squad, or electric shock are the ways that he dies.
Yeah.
I would probably go firing squad. I feel like that's hard.
They don't aim for the head, so it's not instant.
Well,
they aim for the trunk of the body.
Yeah, I know. I saw a video on TikTok about that guy, and they were like, they use bullets that expand on impact to create a more instant death. And I'm like, one, most bullets expand on impact.
But that's how it works.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this.
Two, it's not going to be instant if they shoot him in the heart.
I would never choose lethal injection.
Yeah, I don't want to feel like I'm itchy.
It's not even that. It's one that you have to have like a medical professional do it.
Mm-hmm.
But medical professionals take the Hippocratic Oath to not do harm.
Like the Hippocratic Oath.
The person that is doing it is someone who has medical training, but is not a licensed medical professional.
They just miss and hit themselves in the leg.
No, that's like not hit themselves, but like they frequently are not able to find veins. And then the cocktail that you have to do, like it basically makes them feel like they're drowning.
Yeah.
Like it's so inhumane.
Yeah.
Like I get it. These people are like the worst of the worst, but like it's so like honestly, I think the most humane way of putting people to death, if we have to have a death penalty, is like a guillotine. Like
yeah.
I'm being so serious.
I can fuck with that.
Like I'm being so serious because it's like the firing squad, you're sitting there bleeding out.
Yeah.
The electric chair, you're riding the wave for however long.
Mm-hmm.
And lethal injection, you don't even die sometimes.
Yeah.
Like they have to, like there was I could have sworn I heard where they're like,
I feel like I would tank it.
What?
The lethal injection.
You would tank it? What do you mean?
Like I would survive.
Yeah. Well, if they don't find the vein in your arm, you know. So it's like guillotine or like the old fucking like, you know, axe to the neck kind of thing.
Oh, like in Skyrim?
Yeah, or just in medieval times when they would do that. It's like the most like I think humane way of doing it. Or honestly, succinylcholine.
The fuck is that?
It's a very kind of like fentanyl.
Ooh.
Yeah, got that fentanyl. It's like because fentanyl's like
OD on fentanyl.
You know how they give you fentanyl
execution.
when you go into surgery, right?
Yeah.
Like it's like that. Like succinylcholine is like a type of medicine that they give you to like put you to sleep, but it's very easy to overdose on it, and it's like an instant kill. Like it's instant. Like it can instantly put you to sleep, and it evaporates from your system like rapidly. It's actually used in a lot of murders.
Okay.
Because of that, because it's like an instant kill and it also evaporates, so you can't like blood test it for it. And the only reason they find it is because like you'll like see like a needle injection mark on like someone's toe.
Okay.
So yeah, I think like something
like
that.
I'm going that way.
Yeah.
Kill me with fentanyl.
I think that like the only like the humane way of doing it is like the guillotine or like succinylcholine. But okay, so you're gonna be on death row?
Yeah. Oh, what about that one method of execution they used to do where they would like tie two bulls to each of your legs, and they would
quartering.
And then like
quartering.
Well, no, it's halving, because they would like tie you to a post, and then they would tie a bull to each of your legs. They would put straw on the back of the bulls. They would light it on fire, so the bulls would run and it would rip you in half.
If my library
is that humane?
If my library collection was well maintained, I would get the book out, but it's in the other room. I have a book called Crime and Punishment where they lay out all the methods of execution that have ever existed in recorded history.
Is that one in there?
It is. I don't know what it's called, but it's in there.
I know about that from Hell's Paradise.
I would rather not be in prison. Sorry.
I just want to shit myself and make other people clean it up.
I mean, if I'm out of prison, I can maybe frame someone for it, and we could just do this chain of.
Oh, so you would be out of prison, knowing you did it, and then your person is in jail on death row.
Yeah,
but
try to get them acquitted.
Suddenly come to the cops, and you're like, "Oh, hey, this person over here actually did it."
Yeah, or I could get myself arrested and force a mistrial where they acquit me, and then that's it. Double jeopardy.
No, but you're in jail on death row already. You've been convicted.
No. I mean, I would rather have the other person be in jail already, like my most important person.
Oh, but
and then like get myself on trial for it, so they get released, right? So it's like obvious that I did it, but then force a mistrial so that I'm acquitted and they can't try me again.
Oh, damn! You're
kind
of
go
playing
the OJ route, you know.
You're not playing cards.
I'm not playing cards. Okay, question number 4. This was one of my favorite ones. Would you rather I receive a full technical alert and report every time you had sex, or receive a full technical report and alert every time I had sex? It's like a full breakdown. Like this is what went down. These are the activities that were done. This is how long you lasted. Like,
technical report. Do I get to see like calories burned?
Sure. You get to see calories burned. You get to see whatever you want, but you're getting everything. Like,
okay, so this is just the smartwatch notification.
You're knowing who's coming and who's not.
Okay.
Ew.
So I get the report or you get the report?
You get the report about me, or I get the report about you every time one of us has sex. And if we reach 1,000 followers on TikTok, we'll both get the report. Like and subscribe.
I'm really good at ignoring notifications.
No, you got to read it.
I have to?
You got to read it. You got to look through it. That's the point of getting the alert. You're getting briefed like the president.
Would I be able to learn anything from you? You can have my report.
You want me to have your report?
Yeah.
Okay.
No reasoning. I just want to flex.
I'm giving you my report, Joe. I feel like I could scar you a little bit.
Scar me. Okay.
Okay. Question number 5. Would you rather attend the most important business meeting or like work related meeting, interview, whatever, of your life, while K-holing? Or would you rather show up to your wedding while doing coke for the first time? Because you get aggressive when you do coke. Kind of get a little.
You get pretty amped up, yeah. I think I would rather do the meeting on K.
You think you could handle it?
Yeah. I feel like if I'm gonna get married, I don't want to fuck it up. And being on coke for the very first time, you're like, something bad is going to happen. I knew
from the day that we met. Did someone fucking say something?
Yeah. Like, I start tweaking on the altar. I'd beat the shit out of the officiator.
Like rubbing your gums.
Yeah. Doing that thing with my jaw.
That's meth.
It's also coke.
Is it coke?
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I just wouldn't. Not for the first time in front of everybody, too. I'd be hella anxious. I'm already going to be anxious. Coke's just going to make it worse.
Yeah. See, that's why you swap those and the choice is really easy.
Yeah, I would do the meeting on coke.
Yeah.
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 That would be a killer meeting.
Yeah. That's how they do it in Wolf of Wall Street, which is totally real.
Yeah.
Okay. Question number 6. This is one that is not mine, but I saw it and I thought it was really good for you.
Okay.
Would you rather give the first 90% of a blowjob or the last 10% of a blowjob?
I mean, I'm strictly thinking from how long I have to suck dick.
Well, see, that's the whole thing. I'm not trying to brag here. This isn't really a brag. I don't like me in particular. It's very hard for me to come from a blowjob.
Yeah, but if I'm like tapping in for the last 10%, it's like guaranteed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
but I can't get like that's the whole thing is like. We'll assume that the person that you're blowing is an average time lapse. I don't know how long an average blowjob lasts.
I don't know either.
But let's say it's not unreal because like for me, like last 10% would probably still be a considerable amount considering like I don't come from blowjobs, but like let's say it's 10 to 12 minutes total. So you're looking at like a minute and a half for the 10%.
Yeah. I think I would do the last 10%.
It's going in your mouth.
Okay.
All right. Okay. I'm just making sure you know. I'd give the full 100%. That's just me though. I'm a grinder like that. I grind. I'm in it.
I just know it's something that I particularly wouldn't enjoy doing. So if I can just do the last 10%, I can just fucking muscle through it, you know?
For a minute and a half.
Yeah.
You would rather have someone come in your mouth than
suck dick for 10 minutes.
For about 9.5 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. So we're learning a lot. That's what these questions are for. Okay. Question number 7. See, look, we're already halfway through. Would you rather do body shots off of a complete stranger or have 3 strangers do body shots off of you at the same time?
Ooh. I'd have 3 strangers do body shots off of me, because complete stranger, when was the last time you washed your belly button, bitch? I don't know you. I don't know your hygiene.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you happen to get some lint from my t-shirt in your mouth, like, that's not my problem.
Okay.
The alcohol will sanitize it.
Yeah, I didn't really think, like, when I was crafting this one, it's more so the fact that, like, it's complete stranger. I don't like people touching me. Like, I'm not a big, like, random people touching me.
I mean, I'm assuming in this situation, it's not like I'm just at Walmart and 3 strangers come up and they're like, hey, let me do body shots.
No,
yeah, no,
like,
I would be like in a
3,
party, so I would probably be fucked up.
Yeah.
I'd be more susceptible to letting strangers do body shots off of me.
I done a body shot off of you, or is that Joe that I did a body shot?
I think it's Joe.
Someone did a body shot of someone. I did a body shot off of someone. I don't know who it was.
I may have had someone do a body shot off of me. I don't remember.
I just know it was blue curacao, which is not something you take shots of, but whatever. Blue curacao. Okay. Let's see. Question number 8. Would you rather cuck or be cucked?
Oh, I would rather.
And it's your girl.
I would rather cuck.
So you'd rather watch your girl get fucked?
No, that's be cucked. If you're watching, you are getting cucked.
So I guess I didn't. Okay.
Yeah.
So you'd rather have just some random person watching you two fuck?
Yeah.
Okay.
That would make it more fun for me.
Okay. I'm doing both.
What? You're just like
we're rotating
cloning
out.
Yourself?
No, we're rotating out.
Oh.
I'll do the first 90%. You do the last 10%. No, actually, I don't know if I could, like, I get performance anxiety.
Interesting.
I don't know if I could do that.
So you would have to sit there and watch?
I'm not saying I wouldn't try to, like, be watched. I'm just saying, like, I can't guarantee that I'm gonna stay hard.
Mm-hmm.
I can guarantee you I'd stay hard if I was watching. So, okay. Question number 9. Would you rather argue, this is a really boring one, would you rather argue to preserve your integrity or bite your tongue to maintain peace?
I would argue to preserve my integrity. I don't care about peace. I want justice.
That's how we run this country. Not justice, but the whole I don't care about peace thing.
Yeah, it just stops there.
Foreign policy. Hire us. Okay, we'll move on because that was kind of boring.
Yeah.
Would you rather, this is, again, we're interchanging the sexual questions here.
Okay.
This is a good, I don't know if you're going to have an answer for this one. Although I didn't think you'd have an answer for the blowjob one either. Would you rather you and your partner switch bodies and they have sex with someone else in your body, or you have sex with someone else in their body?
I think I would have sex with someone else in their body.
You getting fucked?
Yeah.
Nice.
To see what it's like with a coochie and boobs.
You giving it up for the bros?
Yeah.
Nice.
No, I changed my mind. I'm not giving it up for the bros. I'll give it up for a stranger.
Oh, I thought you meant you're changing your mind so that they fuck someone else in your body.
Oh, no. I'll be the one doing the fucking.
You're getting okay. I'm gonna take a bold stance and say I don't care.
Okay.
Someone's getting fucked. That's good for me. Okay. Question number 11. Would you rather have your internet search history leaked or all of your text messages leaked?
I feel like that's not that bad for me either way. What the fuck are they gonna find in my text messages? Oh, actually, I might have texted some of my passwords.
Oh.
Yeah, there's nothing like insane in my text messages. There's nothing insane in my search history. What are you gonna see? I watch porn. Who the fuck doesn't?
Get to see what type of porn you watch.
I get to watch, or I watch the porn where they have sex.
Just vanilla porn.
Yeah. Sometimes there's poop involved. I'm just kidding.
I think you said boob, and then I heard poop, and then I was like, what are we doing?
Yeah, I don't think it matters to me either way.
I would rather have my internet search history leaked.
Okay.
I don't consume porn from the... Well, I do consume porn from the internet, but I don't consume porn from a browser.
Okay.
So...
yeah,
the reason I don't want my text messages leaked is exactly the reason you think.
You be saying the N-word?
No. Sorry. Not that reason. I forgot I'm white. Womp womp. No, I don't want my nudes leaked.
Okay.
Without my permission.
I'm trying to think of the worst thing that would be in my text messages, and it's just me talking shit on people at work. I think would just be the worst thing.
The picture of you in your underwear that I have as my profile picture that you sent to me.
That's so long ago. That's not in my messages anymore.
All of your text messages.
From the beginning of time?
From the first phone, just a printout of all the messages.
Okay, we are definitely going internet search history then. Because I used to be pretty fucking cringy back in the day. I'm not gonna lie, I've said some crazy shit.
Who hasn't?
Yeah, that would just be more embarrassing for me than anything.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going internet search history. I don't have anything problematic in my text. I just don't see my pee-pee in my butt without me posting it. That's what the close friends are for. Okay. Would you rather be forced to tell your boss your favorite porn category, or what your favorite porn category is, but it's very common, so it's nothing too crazy, or tell your partner what your favorite porn category is, but it's disgusting or taboo? So like you're like,
okay,
you go up to your significant other and you're like, I got a poop fetish. And that's what I watch. That's what I jack off to. Or you go up to your boss and you're like, hey, my favorite porn is POV. Like what is worse?
So I have like a couple bosses, right? I have the PM and I have the OM. Who am I talking to this about?
Your leadership team.
Okay, so both of them?
Yeah, your bosses. Okay.
Well, yeah, I feel like talking about porn with them wouldn't be that bad. Like, I'm pretty chill with them. Yeah, saying some crazy shit, like, yeah, I like poop to my girl, I would fucking hate that. That is something...
What do you think her reaction would be?
She would probably fucking leave, if I'm being honest. Like, I fucking... fart sometimes and she throws up a little bit.
Oh god.
Like,
okay,
I can't imagine what it would be like if I was like, yeah, I watch those videos where I'd beat off to 2 girls 1 cup.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say I'm going with the latter. I'm going with
the significant other one.
Yeah, because I think I'd get thrown in jail if I told my boss anything sexual. Because you know what I do for work. I have a stricter HR than most places.
But why would HR throw you in jail? See, you say things like this, and it makes me think you are into some really fucked up shit, like some illegal shit.
No, because the category, even if I went to, like the boss,
you just get fired.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to get fired because if I get fired, I can't do what I do for a living anymore. Like I would get blacklisted.
Okay.
I can't just go to another employer of the same caliber.
You probably could if you went to like Florida.
I would not work for Florida. Sorry. The only job I'm having in Florida is sinking it right into the ocean. Okay. Question 13. Would you rather... Wow, I just got a Wisconsin accent for a second. Oh, Minnesota.
This is a Midwest episode.
Jello pudding. Okay. Would you... I can't do it. I'm not going to do it. Would you rather randomly lose your clothes in public? You're just walking also butt ass naked.
That would be hella funny.
Or never be able to shower without clothes on again.
Oh, I would be naked in public. Are you kidding me? Never showering without clothes on?
You can take the clothes off after you're done. Like, you don't got to be like, oh, I'm wearing my green shirt and my skeleton pants for the day. Let me get in the shower. Like,
yeah, but how the fuck am I supposed to wash my ass if I can't take my clothes off?
Reach down the back of your jeans and scrub your ass.
My loofah is not fitting the back of these jeans.
Zero room. You hear it? Bodhi's caked up. You heard it here first.
Yeah, I would much rather be naked in public. Are you kidding me? I might, go to jail, but
not if you're in the
at
Castro.
least I can fucking...
Not if you're in San Francisco in the Castro district.
Yeah, or in Florida.
Does Florida have a public nudity thing?
No, it's just Florida.
Okay.
It's like a GTA RP server.
Okay, yeah. I'm going naked in public too, but not because of your reasons. I'm going naked in public because I have like a sensory thing.
A sensory thing?
Yeah, I feel like it would just be gross to shower with clothes on. Like I like when I get pushed in like a pool. Like it's like I have to get like undressed. Like I'm like get these clothes off me. If I like it's raining outside and I don't put a jacket on and my shirt gets wet, it's like the worst feeling ever.
Okay. Yeah, no, I would be naked in public. I just don't want to shower with clothes on. That sounds fucking miserable.
Okay. Yeah, I thought that would be a good one.
I don't think I would ever feel clean again. Because you got like the outside germs and you're taking those into the shower with you.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Question number 14. Never have sex again or never jerk off again?
I would say never jerk off again.
Why?
Why?
That's the name of the game.
I don't know. Yeah, just the vibes.
I'd never have sex again.
Okay. I feel like every time I beat off, it's either just one, a convenience thing, or two, because I had wished I was having sex.
Well, sometimes I'm just like, I need to go to sleep.
Yeah, that too. The convenience thing, yeah.
Yeah. And I can't not do that.
Mm-hmm. You do have to sleep.
Sometimes I'm just bored.
Yeah. But I can find other things to cure my boredom. All right, I got one for you. So, every day.
Fuck my 15th question. Okay.
For the rest of your life, you either get a needle to the balls or
cut it. Needle to the balls.
You have to eat one of Havoc's dog shits.
Needle to the balls.
Needle to the balls.
You've watched Havoc before.
Yeah.
You know his shit stinks.
Yeah.
It's the worst shit I've ever... Like, not that shit smells good, but like, he's got some powerful intestines.
He does.
He's metabolizing that shit. Needle to the balls.
Needle to the balls.
Who doesn't like a little CNBT?
Cock and ball torture?
I had to think about the acronym. Yeah. CNBT.
Yeah, no, I think I would also go needle to the balls just because I don't want to eat poop, but that shit would fucking hurt every single day.
You think?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of sounding?
Yes. It's like the worst thing in the fucking world that you could do.
I argue that like genocide is a little bit worse than sounding.
I don't know. If I had to choose between genocide and sounding, I would pick sounding. But I wouldn't enjoy it.
You never know till you try it.
I'm not trying it. I've heard so many horror stories about people sounding with like glass rods, and then it snaps.
Breaks like a fucking
yeah, and then you got
stick.
shards of glass in your dick. Fuck no, I'm okay.
You're supposed to do it with a metal one.
Yeah.
Not that I know. I'm just.
Have you ever had a urethral swab? It's like a pap smear, but for guys. They use the same tool and everything.
I've never had something shoved up my dick. No.
Yeah, well,
Not
if
a
you get
rectal
like
swab.
if you get like like an infection in there, they gotta like swab the inside of it, and they gotta stick a fucking Q-tip up there.
I had a UTI and they didn't stick it up there.
Well, it's not UTIs. It's for other like infections. I don't remember what it is, but they like essentially stick a Q-tip up your dick and like spin it around.
I'm so scared to ever have surgery because I don't want a catheter.
Yeah, that
seems so painful.
So bad.
Like it seems so painful.
I don't want the tube down my throat either.
That I don't care about. I'm asleep for that. You're awake with the catheter because if you're in a hospital bed recovering from a surgery and you can't get up, you have a catheter.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I would just pull it out and just pee my pants.
You can't. You have to release it. I think you can't just pull like a catheter tube out. You have to like release it.
I pee with extreme force, so I think I could piss a catheter out.
I don't think that's how
the force of my piss would just push it out.
I never got why the catheter can't just be like a suction cup to like your dick. Like, why does it have to go in? Like, why can't it just go around and like?
That's a good point. Yeah, because
is there any inventor or Shark Tank?
Have you
Someone
ever
contact Mark Cuban?
If you block enough ads on Instagram and get like the weird shit starting being advertised to you,
if you like enough foot fetish stuff,
like
foot fetish stuff.
You ever see the thing that's like it's for women to pee when they're like on the road, right? It's like a little cup thing, and then it looks like an elephant, and like the trunk is like where your pee would come out. You just put it up to you and pee. Why don't they just use something like that in a hospital? Maybe it's like a suction thing.
Well, they gotta shave.
Well, I'm talking like the catheter, like replacement. Instead of just having something that goes around it, maybe it's like a suction type of thing.
So this little thing. So
because it needs enough to go into like a bag or some shit.
In high school, I broke my arm, right? And I broke my arm.
They put a catheter in you for that?
No, I broke my arm like 2 days before I was supposed to go up to Tahoe to go jet skiing.
Okay.
And so they had me in a cast, and I asked my doctor, "Can I have a brace for the first week because I'm going jet skiing and I don't." Like, you can't get a cast wet. And the fracture was only a hairline fracture. So it wasn't like, my arm wasn't like...
Oh, you didn't like break the bone entirely.
I mean, you could see the lump in my arm.
Oh, yeah.
But like, my arm was not like an S shape, right? It looked just swollen. So he was like, no, I'm putting you in a cast. So we went out and we got this cover for the cast, and it literally just looks like an oven mitt. And it goes up to your bicep. And at the end, it literally was like latex, and it didn't like suction, but it was very, very tight. And you just stick your arm in there and you slide it in. It's like, why can't you just do that with your dick?
Well, yeah, sorry. What I meant was not to suction around the dick. Like, that could be fine. But I mean the suction to get the piss out of you into like where it's supposed to go, like the bag or whatever.
It just goes onto the little tip and just like...
Yeah, like instead of... I think that's why... I actually don't know why, but maybe that's why it's like the tube going directly into your bladder instead of just, what if you have to come with a catheter? What happens?
I don't think you're supposed to.
Yeah, but what if I do? Who's gonna stop me?
What are you getting fingered and prostate's getting tickled?
Yeah, they put a catheter in me for my prostate exam.
Did they?
No, I haven't had a prostate exam.
Oh. Because a prostate exam is just them.
Yeah, finger in your ass.
Fingering you, yeah.
Yeah.
What if you moan?
I'm going to. Yeah, make the doctor uncomfortable.
Why have a gay doctor?
Make the doctor comfortable.
Make the doctor. No, I just don't get the whole thing of like a catheter. And I think, I don't know how female catheters work either, but I still think it's
the same thing.
It goes in, right?
Yeah.
And it's just like...
It goes all the way up to your bladder.
Yeah, I can't imagine that's comfortable.
Oh, yeah. No, it's definitely probably not.
Yeah.
Although, if you're in a type of surgery where you're bedridden and you have a catheter, you're probably taking some pretty strong pain medication.
But here's the thing with me, though. I don't react well to pain meds. I don't. I throw up a lot when I'm on pain meds.
They'll put a catheter in your mouth, too.
I'm gonna just give you a bucket for that and just say if you gotta throw. I'm gonna. You know what? We have a nurse. I'm gonna ask my nurse friend about this. I'm gonna get on this. I'm gonna.
Why did they put a catheter in
shoot
me?
a cold text to her and be like, "Hey, I know you. First off, I know that you're a cardiovascular nurse who probably doesn't actually do this, but why do they got to shove a tube up a dick? Why can't I just suction it? Like, you know, like a dick pump. Like, why can't they put a dick pump on you and just say pee, and then it just goes down a little tube?"
I don't know. It's probably something to do with like hygiene or efficiency. I don't fucking know.
I'm gonna enroll in medical school. Okay, I have one more question for you.
All right, let's hit it.
Apparently I never finished it because it literally cuts out mid-question, so I'm just going to assume what the rest of it was supposed to be. Question 15 was, would you rather smell or taste raw onions for the rest of your life? But not, I think what I was trying to say was, because the next word after life is no, and I think what I was trying to say was, would you rather smell or taste raw onions for the rest of your life? Not in the context of smelling or tasting raw onions. So it's not like, oh, I'm making salsa, I'm smelling raw onions.
Oh, so it's like I'm eating a bowl of Captain Crunch and it tastes like onions?
Taste wrong. You're like, oh, I'm having sex with someone, smell raw onions. I don't know. I don't know what else you do during the day, but
I mean, I don't have a good sense of smell to begin with.
No,
so
but
I think
you're smelling it.
it.
It doesn't matter what you're smelling it. You smell the raw onions.
Yeah, but I'm saying I don't smell things strongly, is what I'm saying. Like if someone walks into a room and they're like, "Oh wow, it smells really strong in here," I'm like, "Yeah, I smell it, but it doesn't smell that strong."
Oh, you don't have a reaction to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think I would go with the smell. Wait, do I get the crying thing if I smell it?
No, because you've been in here when I've been like sautéing. Like onions, it just smells like onions and garlic, and you're like, oh, that smells good because you're cooking dinner.
Yeah,
but like, you're at the gym, you don't want to smell onions and garlic.
I mean, it kind of already smell like onions at the gym.
That's the whole thing. You don't want to, though. You don't want that to happen. Like, that's not good, smelling that shit out of context.
I'll still smell it because I want my food to taste normal.
Okay. So you'd rather smell raw onions for the rest of your life?
Yeah.
I like the taste of raw onions.
Do people think onions smell bad?
It's not that they smell bad, it's that it smell context. It's literally all about context. Like I'm not even like, I hate to keep bringing a sexual aspect to this, but like literally imagine you're having sex with someone.
Spread the cheeks, onions.
And all you smell is like the sauteing of onions and garlic. Like that's not supposed to happen. Like you're supposed to smell onions and garlic in a kitchen, not in a bedroom, a bathroom.
Honestly,
like, I'll even tell you this. Like there are days where I've cooked in this house and like I'll like make a sauce, like our spaghetti sauce or whatever, right? And I'm sauteing the onions and garlic. It smells super good. I get up the next morning and the smell's still kind of like lingering in here. And I'm like, I'm in my kitchen and it still smells like onions and garlic and it's making me sick.
That doesn't really make me sick.
Okay.
Like if it's a good smell, I just enjoy it, no matter where it is.
Okay. I mean, there's certain smell, like a clean laundry. Yeah, I like clean laundry, but there's certain smells where it's just like, I shouldn't be smelling that, right?
Yeah, I think I would rather smell it.
Okay.
Because I want my food to taste normal. I don't think it smells that bad.
I don't think raw onions taste that bad. I'd rather taste.
But everything tastes like onions.
Ah, fuck.
That's all you taste for the rest of your life is onions.
No, I can't do it because I like ice cream too much. I like ice cream too much. Yeah.
You don't want to be like SpongeBob having the onion sundae? Make your breath all stinky?
Did he have an onion sundae?
Yeah, he had like an onion plant on his like window that was dead. And he like took it and chopped it up and put it in the sundae.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And then he went to the movie theater and burned that guy's eyebrows off.
See, the thing is, like, I'm a huge onion guy. People look at me weird when I do shit like that. Like I eat, like, you put raw onions on your tacos?
Sometimes.
I load that shit up.
Like if it's I'll put the red onions on there.
Well,
I don't really care for like raw white onions, but raw red onions.
What about raw yellow onions? Because yellow onions are sweet. White onions are meant to be eaten raw. Like that's like their whole point is like that's what goes on like tacos and shit like that.
Yeah, I don't like white onions as much.
Yellow onions is what you cook, and red onions are like for like salads and like.
I can do red onions. I can do yellow onions. I can do white onions if they're like grilled.
Grilled.
Yeah.
Like, in and out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck with those.
I fuck with onions in any form. I really like onions. Like I have a weird palate. Well, I have a developed palate. I'm not gonna call it weird. I have a developed palate. Like there are certain like you ever had God, what is that Hawaiian like dessert pudding called? Poi?
I have no idea.
I'm gonna look it up. I think it's called poi.
You said Hawaiian and I immediately thought of the pizza, and then I thought of Little Caesars, and then I thought of Spam Musubi. Only one of which is actually Hawaiian.
It's poi. Yeah. It has like almost no taste to it. And a lot of people like hate it when they go to like luau's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, poi.
Interesting.
A lot of people hate it. It's like starchy.
So it's no taste, just starch.
No, it can taste whatever. Like I had chocolate poi, but it kind of tastes like nothing mixed with chocolate.
So it just tastes like chocolate?
Kind of.
Okay.
Kind of like it's thinking of chocolate. I like it.
I hate shit that just barely tastes like something. Like that's why I don't drink like LaCroix or like sparkling water. It just like
watermelon
barely tastes like shit. I think watermelon's got a decent amount of taste to it.
Even thinking about it now, I'm like getting sick. I hate watermelon and cucumbers. They belong on your eyes or in lotion.
Cucumbers, I don't particularly enjoy the taste of cucumbers.
I like zucchinis.
Zucchinis are all right.
I like mushrooms. Mushrooms are my big go-to. A lot of people don't like mushrooms.
Yeah, I don't like mushrooms.
I had fish and chips made of mushrooms.
Which part?
What do you mean?
Like the fish or the chips?
Fish.
Oh, okay.
It's like a vegan fish and chips. It's oyster mushrooms. They're like really stringy.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was really good. Salty, but good.
Yeah, I don't fuck with mushrooms.
Okay. So onions. So you'd rather smell them.
I'd rather smell onions than mushrooms.
Okay. Well, that's my list.
I don't have any more. I was just thinking of the balls or the poop.
The balls or the poop.
Yeah.
Right on your mind.
Yep.
Okay. Well, what would you rather? Oh, let's pick one. Let's pick one for everyone to answer.
What
was your favorite? I'm going to give you one sexual one and one regular one to answer.
Okay.
I really like the blowjob question. I think it really actually tells a lot about someone. So
the 90 or the 10?
Yeah. So listeners, would you rather give, if you are not into blowjobs, would you rather give the first 90, even if you are, would you rather give the first 90% of a blowjob or the last 10% of a blowjob?
Yeah, some people are into blowjobs, but they don't like the last 10% part. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. Oh, fuck me. Okay. And then let's go with the first one, the Drake tattoo.
Yeah.
Would you rather?
Better go catch it.
Fuck you. Would you rather get a obvious, positively affiliated Drake tattoo? It cannot be a Drake diss. It has to be I am a fan of Drake tattoo. And it has to be recognizable as a Drake tattoo. Or get the name of someone that you have been dating for 2 weeks tattooed on a very visible part of your body, such as your forearm. Can't cover it up. What are you doing?
All right. Let us know in the comments.
Let us know in the comments. And
do you have the socials list?
Keep the thirst comments coming too on TikTok. The engagements help. Okay. Here we are. I'm going to start with your Twitch because I always forget to add it in at the end. So,
okay.
Bodhi's Twitch is Shrink3Dink.
I've been playing Counter-Strike 2. I got rated 10,000.
And when they finally release the new Battlefield, we'll do a Battlefield episode of us.
Oh, yeah.
Of us actually playing. We'll do a live stream.
Watch me
get real 13-year-old on a live stream.
It better have crossplay, because if I have to play a shooter on a controller, I'm going to lose my mind. It's so much better playing it on mouse and keyboard.
I should be able to get it on Mac, because Mac is now a gaming thing.
Well, you can, like I said, if
you can hook up a controller to Mac. You can hook up any controller to Mac now.
Yeah, but if it comes out on crossplay, you can. Well, fuck, is your PS4 going to be able to handle it?
We have a PS5.
Oh yeah, you do have a 5. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm also going to bite the bullet and get a PS5 for GTA 6. So,
okay.
Yeah. I will have that. Okay. YouTube, Learning Curve Pod, Bluesky. We are learningcurvepod.bsky.social. Twitter, we are at learningcurvepod. Instagram, we are learningcurve.podcast. And TikTok, which we are halfway to 100 followers. We are almost. We're like 48. But
okay.
We're trucking along here. Remember, 100 followers on TikTok, and we're jumping up and down in gray sweatpants for some reason. So TikTok, we are at Learning Curve Podcast.
All right.
And as the weather gets warmer, we will have less and less clothes on this podcast because my house is too cold.
Yeah, your house is fucking cold. Regardless, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Especially thanks for watching to the women. You know what? Thank you only to the women.
I didn't name a woman. Oh, no, I did. Elizabeth Debicki. Sorry.
Name another one.
Name another one. Regina
George.
King. No, Regina King. Is that her name? From...
Damn, he doesn't even know two women.
No, because there's Regina Hall and Regina King. There's two Reginas.
And there's Regina George.
Hold on. Pause. I'm getting two people confused, and I'm going to get canceled for this. Regina King. I was right.
Okay.
I was right. Regina King. She was the one that was in Watchmen.
Okay.
Regina King.
All right.
You name another woman.
Issa Jewell.
I don't know who that is.
She's an author.
Damn, fucking book nerd. All right. Bye.
Bye.